Hey y'all, Veronica here, and today I'm going to share with you how to take one pot of rice and turn it into 3 simple, high protein, high fiber meals using just really cheap ingredients like rice and beans. So if you're new to my channel, I'm Veronica. Welcome. I hope that you like this video and subscribe for more healthy meal prep tips and tricks. And I also share a link in the description below to the Chronometer app, which I use to track all of my nutrition and to get the nutrition facts for my recipes. So if you're interested in looking at the specific nutrition facts for these recipes, like vitamins, minerals, protein, calories, fiber, everything, check out the link in the description below and you can download my free recipes and nutrition breakdown from Chronometer. But let's get started cooking. So what I'm using today for this meal prep is rice. You can use any rice. Today I'm going to be using 2.5 cups of long grain brown rice. I like to use brown rice because it's packed with protein and fiber, and you might as well maximize your nutrition if you can. All right, so for these rice and beans, I'm going to be using a can of black beans and then a can of garbanzo beans. And then another bean option here is frozen mixed vegetables, which has legumes like green peas and green beans. So this is going to make 3 different meals, and altogether this makes about 80 grams of protein and almost 60 grams of fiber. Now you can eat this all in one day, I guess. I actually ended up eating this over the course of 2 or 3 days. And what I did was I meal prepped these really basic recipes, and then at mealtime I simply reheated them and then serve them with like a salad or some extra vegetables to make them even more nutrient dense. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to simmer this really delicious tikka masala curry sauce from Trader Joe's. This one I really like. It has tomato, garlic, tamarind, and ginger. I'm just going to simmer this in a pot with this whole can of garbanzo beans that I've drained for about 10 minutes. And then I serve that with some of the cooked brown rice, and it was so delicious. And honestly, what I've been doing is actually been really enjoying eating one really big meal in the middle of the day and then smaller meals for breakfast and dinner. And I actually ended up eating this whole can of garbanzo beans and this whole packet of sauce in one sitting. And that was almost 60 grams of protein. So it was really easy. And all I had to do was basically cook this one meal to get 60 grams of protein. Then for the next rice and beans dish, you're just going to take this can of black beans, rinse it, and then mix it together. I did about half of this jar of salsa and 2 cups of cooked brown rice. And together that gave me so much protein. And then I ended up serving that over some cabbage with shredded carrots and onions. And then I put a little more salsa and then like some crispy jalapenos on top. And it was a really, really delicious, hearty, and protein-rich meal. Now for the third one, I basically just combined some of these boiled vegetables. I boiled them for about 7 minutes. And then I mixed together the vegetables with the cooked rice in a meal prep container with about a tablespoon of this vegan butter, and that was it. And then when it comes to serving this, you can serve that as is. You can also mix that into like a fried rice with some tofu or any other protein, but together this was about 12 grams of protein. So the reason why I like to do this meal prep is because it's just so simple. It gets the cooked rice done, it gets the protein out of the way, and then all you do is serve it with some vegetables and you're ready to go. So I'm going to share with you right now how I actually did all 3 of those meal preps. All right, and the first step you want to do is cook your rice. So I'm cooking 2.5 cups of brown rice with 5 cups of water. This is gonna make about 5 cups of cooked brown rice. I'm using my Elite Gourmet rice cooker. This one I like because it's stainless steel. It's not non-stick, so I like the stainless steel one. I'll share a link in the description below as where I purchased this one at. But all I'm gonna do is just put my little lid on my rice cooker, click start. And I like to use a rice cooker because then it's all hands off. I don't have to worry about checking on my rice or if it's gonna finish cooking properly. All right, let's go ahead and start with our tikka masala curry.
This dish is just so simple to make. You basically just combine the cooked chickpeas in a pot with the sauce and about a cup of water, and then simmer on low heat for about 10 to 15 minutes or until you feel like the sauce is your desired thickness. I liked mine thick, so I think I simmered this for about 15 minutes in total, and that's it. While that was simmering, I went ahead and portioned some of the cooked brown rice into a meal prep container. I like to use the Bentgo meal prep containers, and that's it. I put the chickpeas in the container like that, and this meal was ready to go. And like I mentioned earlier, this is almost 60 grams of protein together in one meal, and the flavors are just so delicious. You can use any type of Indian curry for that dish. Now for the next dish, I'm going to make a very, very simple mixed vegetables with rice and butter. This bag of frozen mixed vegetables has 2 types of legumes, which do give some good protein, including peas and green beans, and it also has carrots and corn. So all you need to do is boil the vegetables in a pot of boiling water for about 5 to 7 minutes, or cook them in the microwave according to the package, and drain the vegetables and combine them in a meal prep container with a little bit of your favorite butter. I like to use the Trader Joe's organic buttery spread for this, but that's it. So this is a nice base for fried rice. You can eat it just like this, and it gives you about 12 grams of protein, or you can saute it with some tofu or your favorite other protein and some soy sauce. Now for the third dish, this is actually a no-cook dish. All you have to do is have cooked rice, and you just combine the cooked rice with a drained can of black beans, as well as some salsa. I'm using some red salsa from Trader Joe's. I did about half of that jar. I just mixed it all together here, and then when I was ready to eat it, I heated it up with a little bit of olive oil in a skillet. Then I put it in a bowl with some shredded cabbage, carrots, and onions, and topped it with some of these really delicious crunchy jalapeno slices from Trader Joe's. And that was it. It was such a delicious and hearty meal. And this has almost 30 grams of protein and lots of fiber. And this is just really hearty and satisfying. Well, and that's it. 3 delicious 3-ingredient meals and just 1 pot of brown rice. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to check out the link in the description below to the nutrition facts for these recipes, and I'll see you in the next one.